How's it going out there? Welcome from H2TechVideos. Today I'm going to be going over the pros and cons of the Surface Pro, which is the higher up model of the new Microsoft tablets. And let's jump right into the pros. So first of all, great looking screen. Quality is beautiful. It is a 10.6 inch clear type HD touchscreen display. Just want to show you the lock screen. This is the screen I love the most. If it ever will come back on here. There we go. So just the clarity and the beauty, the colors, the picture is sharp, very vibrant, and again, I just, they definitely spent the money to make the screen right, and I love that. I'm gonna do a special unlock here. Alright, so that's the first pro here. Beautiful HD screen, 720 display. Let me actually jump into a couple of the main specs as well before we do the full pros. It does have Bluetooth 4.0. It is i5 processor, 4 gigs of RAM, and that's my awesome text tone there. This retails for $8.99 for 64 gigs, $9.99 for 128 gigabytes of storage. Let me give you a little tour here. We have a USB port here, volume rockers, and the headphone jack. We have a mic at the top here, standby power button right there, and then the micro SD slot at the top here, and then this is the magnetic power connector. Alright. Also another connector at the bottom if you have the keyboard. Alright, so jumping right into the pros. Once again, we already see the first one, great looking screen. This is the only tablet that actually allows you to run full Windows programs, so you can actually plug in a DVD optical drive and you can actually install Windows based programs on here, as well as download them from the internet. So that's a big plus, that you have that full functionality of almost a computer to be able to run any program you want. As well as it now has the ability to run Android apps. There is a program that is called Bluestacks, and let me just, this is the little icon right here, Bluestacks. And what Bluestacks does, it actually allows you to again run all Android programs, or just about all the Android programs from the Surface tablet. So really awesome programs you can't, or excuse me, apps you can't get from the Microsoft store that's built in on here. You can get like Instagram, you can get Angry Birds for free. Basically, you can get a lot of the apps that are already on here for free, and you can get a bunch of other apps that aren't even available for Windows yet through this program. So really awesome add-on. Definitely makes it very worthwhile to be able to run your Android program as well as your Windows-based programs. Next thing here, this is one of the only tablets that has a convenient kickstand. So you can actually, from the back, the little kickstand opens up, and then you can have the tablet sit just like this. So very convenient, and it just flaps back and close down just like that. So wherever you are, you can stop, set it up, and your tablet's up and ready to go without having to carry a stand with you or have a special case. So I love that. Great plus right there. Next pro is that the on-screen keyboard is pretty responsive. Let me see if I can pull it up for you here, and we can give you a little test. Let's see if we tap here. Volume is here. So here's the keyboard. So keyboard's real responsive, makes a nice little click, and just typing with your fingers, you can actually get a good, nice slow typing there. Obviously, you can't do any like real intensive typing, but for basic web use, it does work really well. So I wanted to point that out. I already kind of mentioned it, but it does have an i5 processor, so it's really quick. Some of the other Surface Pro or tablets that have this same operating system are coming out with the Atom processor. So this is this kind of stands out amongst the rest because it does have a very reputable processor, the i5, which is extremely fast. If you have an i5 computer these days, you are definitely in the game and you're well ahead with technology. So big plus for putting a really good processor. I think that's kind of what made the price go up so much, because like Samsung's version is $599 and it has the Atom processor, but it does have the full Windows 8 tablet OS. So that wasn't the exact terminology, so don't bust me if it's a little different, but that's kind of the basic explanation. Next pro, which is kind of a pro and kind of a not, is the fact that it does have a micro SD slot. I don't think it's as useful on here per se. If you want to expand the storage, you basically want to get a flash drive or you want to get a hard drive, and you can also purchase a USB, what do you call it? The little adapters that give you more USB ports, so then you can plug in a hard drive, you can plug in your optical drive for running CDs or programs, as well as a mouse and a keyboard if you don't want to go with the type or touch keyboards. So but it does have micro SD that is useful if you have like movies and music and pictures stored on it. So it is a plus, but it's not a big pro for me on this tablet per se. Alright, next thing, now we're going to jump over to the cons. The first con is that this does not come stock with Microsoft Office. For some of you that have looked into the Surface RT, that one comes with a full version of Microsoft Office. Why did they charge $400 more for this one and not put Office on there? I don't really understand. Now, there's one area that it kind of helps you, and that's that it does free up some space on the hard drive. The Surface tablet, the RT version, like the operating system takes up so much, as well as the full Microsoft Office. So it helps you if you're not doing a lot of typing, because then you don't have that extra bulk. I think it's like upwards of 9 gigs or more that's on your hard drive. So in one instance, it does help you because again, you have a little bit more space on the internal memory, but man, it's always nice to have a free version of Office, which is going to cost you over $100 a year if it doesn't come stock. So that was a con for me. I thought they should have at least had the option to have that on here. You only get like a 30-day trial, 30 or 60-day trial of the new Microsoft Office 2013. Next con is going to be that this thing is very thick. Okay, and it's heavy. This thing it weighs 2 pounds. It is probably one of the heaviest tablets that are on the market right now. So, in my opinion, and this just to throw another con out there, this is not portable for me. Something this heavy, I would not carry around with me. So, I thought, I don't know. It's supposed to be a tablet, but I don't know who would want to lug around something this heavy with them. If you were to compare this to like the Galaxy Note or the Nexus 10, they're a lot lighter. I mean, there's no comparison. But imagine trying to pass this big. It feels like a brick, literally. So, don't like how heavy it is, and I don't like how thick it is. It's just really big, especially when compared to all the other tablets that are on the market. Okay. Next con is going to be the price. The low-end model of this, basically with lower storage, is $899 for 64 gigs. Oh my gosh, that is expensive. Because, I kept sitting here saying, okay, is this a tablet or is it a computer? Trying to make that distinction because, basically, I don't see somebody buying this to be their replacement computer. I was sitting there saying, could it really be a replacement for my computer? But then I'm saying, I don't know. Can it be a replacement? So can it be a replacement for my computer? Well, see, here's what I kind of use to make the decision of could this really be a suitable computer replacement? Okay, so first of all, let's do some math here. $899 for the base model, 64 gigs, no storage. So let's factor in $60 first for an external hard drive. We're looking at least $60. Okay, now, gotta have a keyboard because you don't want to just have this thing and picking away on the screen. If that's the case, it's not a replacement computer. So the cheapest keyboard, I believe, is $129. If you go with the touch keyboard, type keyboard is $149. Those can be on sale, so if you've seen them cheaper, that's just kind of like regular price point. Now, if you were to purchase just like a little cheapy keyboard, You can go ahead and run that in. You're probably going to pay anywhere from 20 to 40 bucks starting. And then you'd have to purchase an external, or excuse me, a multi-USB connector so you can plug in multiple USBs. You're definitely going to want to get a mouse because although it has this cool stylus, which I forgot to mention is a Pro, the stylus still does not replace a mouse. Okay, I still have to use a mouse to use this because, you know, if you want to even enable the right click, you have to hold and wait a second, whereas, you know, a mouse is a mouse. So if again, really, to be a computer replacement, man, you gotta spend some money. So let's tie that up. Okay, so 60 bucks for external hard drive. Then we're talking about $15 for a mouse. So we're at 75. Let's factor in at least $40 for a keyboard. So 75, we're up to 115. Okay, now are we done? No. Optical drive. You want to run your programs. Optical drive is going to run you at least 50 to 60 bucks. So our 115 now shoots up to what? 115, 175. Okay, and I'm not even talking about if you were to purchase the type or touch keyboard, because that definitely shoots the price up a lot higher. So you're talking about a lot of money just to get more storage, to get the option to use your CD drive, as well as using a mouse and a keyboard. So think about this as a computer, $899 plus all that. Now you're spending over $1,000. For over $1,000, you can get a top of the line Ultrabook that's going to have more storage, that's going to run faster. Keyboard's already on there. You got your nice trackpad. So I felt like because of the price, people have to make a decision of what this is going to be for them. Is it going to be a tablet? And if so, why am I paying $900 for this big, bulky tablet when I can pay, you know, a couple $100 less and get more storage and go with a company that's been making tablets for a couple of years? Okay, so I'm going here because I want to make this point, guys, that this tablet is just too expensive right now. Okay, so let me hit my last couple of cons and then we'll kind of wrap this up and kind of give you my last final thoughts. So I already said it's not really portable because it is heavy. Only has one USB port. Now, okay, this is a pro and a con. It does have a full USB port, so that's awesome. You have a lot of options there, but you only get one. So what can you really do with one USB port? Try buying a computer with one USB port. Good luck with it. Can't do a darn thing. Okay. Also, again, the operating system does take up a good amount of storage. So although the box says 64 gigs, you're getting far less than that. Again, go with the lower end. I did pick up the 128 gig model, which is a little bit more realistic. If you're gonna buy this, no questions asked, you need to go with the 128 gig model, because if not, first of all, if you plan on having this for more than 6 months, you're gonna need the bigger storage one. Okay, especially if you want to take it around with you, unless you are okay carrying around a portable hard drive wherever you go. If so, guess what? You're stacking up the amount of things you have to carry. Could have got a laptop with 500 gigs easily for a lot less. So let's wrap this up. The question now is, worth it or waste? I'm going to have to go with, drumroll please, waste of time. Do not invest in this. This is too early. For those of you that kind of know about technology and when new products come out, the first model is always going to be a lot more expensive because they have to pretty much pay back all the money they spend in R&D, which is research and development, and this is expensive right now. I would say definitely wait for the second generation model of this. I know they're going to fix a lot of the issues that came out of this tablet. It'll probably be a lot cheaper. They're going to bump the storage up. It's going to be thinner. It's going to be lighter. Okay, so I would say wait. Unless you have $1,000 you're just ready to spend, wait. Don't pick up this one. Nothing against Microsoft. I love Microsoft. One pro I forgot to mention as well, and what does separate this from other tablets, that it does have a full web browser. So if you really need to run internet-based programs, now let me tell you someone that this would benefit from, and actually more so probably the RT model, is if you're a student and you do a lot of online work, this model as well as the RT are great options, because having to run, having to do your classwork through the online websites, a lot of times tablets don't run those websites to perfection. They have problems. Well, this has the full Internet Explorer web browser, so you would actually be able to run all that classwork flawlessly from the Surface RT or the Surface Pro. So that's probably the only person I would give the worth it to. Everyone else I would give it the waste, because it's just too expensive right now. You got $1,000 saving, go out and get a premium laptop, something you can enjoy for 3 years, not something that you're going to have for a year and you're going to be pissed when the new model comes out next year. And again, it's cheaper, lighter, thinner, and with more storage. Alright, so this has been the pros and cons from myself, H2TechVideos here. You can always trust that we're going to pick up the latest and greatest out there, and we're going to give you our honest feedback on it. Again, I love Microsoft. I don't want anybody to think I'm bashing them. This product is for an audience, but I don't think it's for the masses yet. I think next year when the 2 comes out, you're going to be amazed. You're going to love it. Look out for it. It will definitely be a lot better than its big brother right here. Look at the iPad. Everybody went crazy over the iPad. The iPad came out strategically at just above being a little expensive. $500 is kind of a lot, but it introduced something new into the market. This introduced something new, but it's just way above. Think about the PS3 when it came out. PS3 was over $600 when it came out. And guess what? The gotta-have audience did pick it up and did buy it, and they did love it. But guess what? PS3 came down. $600, $500, $400, $300, $250, $200. Okay? So it just depends on who you are. If you're like, I just gotta have the newest thing, then you'll probably pick one of these up. But if you're really seriously saying, hey, I need to pick up a tablet that I'm going to be able to use everywhere, I'm going to be able to have fun with, I'm going to be able to work with, I don't think this is the tablet for you yet. Okay? So I can go on and on. As you can see, I keep trying to stop and I just keep on going. But anyway, I hope you guys found this helpful. Make sure you like the video if you did find it helpful. Subscribe to H2TechVideos and share this. Pass this on to a friend. Favorite it. Do all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching and have a good one.